Second Amendment is one of the many parts to our Bill of Rights. The Bill of Rights is a name for the Constitution and the first 10 amendments which are located in the Constitution. These 10 amendments grant us our basic freedoms. The Second Amendment grants us our freedom to have the right to bear arms in our own living room, but it's the right to own a firearm. The concept of owning guns was adopted officially on December 15th, 1791, along with the other rights and freedoms. The Second Amendment may have come into play in 1791, but the idea has been around since 1689. The right to own firearms has been around since the time of the English Bill of Rights, ultimately when King James II was in rule. The king took away people's freedoms by limiting their rights. James II took away freedom to the people to have arms for their own defense. The 1689 English Bill of Rights was a precedent for the Bill of Rights, which entailed the Second Amendment. The Second Amendment was passed because it gives protection to the individual freedom to possess and carry firearms. Ever since 1698 and 1791, the Second Amendment has been intact to current day America. The Second Amendment passed and has stayed intact for various reasons. There have been multiple laws surrounding firearms to protect people. There are various federal laws and Massachusetts laws that either expand or reduce our rights revolving around firearms. Here are some Massachusetts gun laws. A permit is required for both a handgun and a long gun. An owner license is required for both a handgun and a long gun. Carry permits are only issued to handguns. There is an assault weapon law that states a firearm that holds more than 10 rounds of ammunition are prohibited. A person that would like to own a firearm must take either firearm safety course or the hunter's education course. It's unlawful to sell a firearm or ammunition to a person without the proper card, license, or permit. An illegal alien or non-resident is not allowed to engage in the purchasing of a handgun or ammunition. Men and women over the age of 70 are exempt from all renewal license fees. A private seller of firearms are not allowed to sell more than 4 firearms unless sold directly to a licensed gun dealer. These are only some of the many laws that Massachusetts holds. The federal law is different though. As ruled in Supreme Court, Donald versus Chicago ruled that it was unlawful for states taking away the individual's right to have a handgun in their house, but state laws may restrict people to have a felony charge. Supreme Court case United States versus Miller was a violation of the National Firearms Act. This act regarded and taxed the purchasing of a certain type of firearms. This ruled that taxation would be brought upon firearms. Also, the firearms must be registered. After weighing out the pros and cons of the Second Amendment, our group position is that the rights should be expanded greatly but also reduced in others, and where they are allowed and who has them. Our main focus was the school shootings. This horrible event is happening more often by these heartless people, and each time it takes more lives with taking all ages. This type of event is something we can never 100% prevent unless we turn our schools into maximum security prisons. We believe that you should fight fire with fire for the specific topic. All teachers should be required by law to take the gun safety course and be able to keep a firearm in the classroom and kept in a safe already provided bolted to the floor of the school. This is the best way to protect these students' lives and preventing a one-sided slaughter. Our group believes we should expand and reduce some of these rights in different areas. For example, the test and course should be hardened and it should be more expensive so it is harder for people throughout the United States to obtain one. The only downfall of doing this is that we believe that the firearm sales will increase in the black market, which means there will be thousands of unregistered guns in the hands of people who are not qualified to handle them. To conclude our position in the controversy of the Second Amendment, our group would stand closer to reducing some of our rights due to owning and handling a firearm. The people that have this privilege should be extremely qualified and checked on. We feel that not every American should have the same opportunity to the right to bear arms. This is how our group feels about our topic. This is the Second Amendment in plain English.
America.